From ashes to redemption. It was a bright Saturday morning when I set out for the airport, ready to chase my dream of becoming a professional doctor in England. My heart was full of hope. I had worked, prayed, and planned for that moment. But life had its own plans. As I waited to board the plane, I went through my documents one last time, only to realize that one crucial paper was missing. My heart sank. I had left it at home. Without thinking twice, I rushed back in a taxi to get it. As we approached my neighborhood, I heard sirens screaming in the distance. I looked ahead, and saw smoke rising in the sky. My heart pounded as I realized the fire was coming from my own home. My beautiful house, my memories, my dreams, everything was engulfed in flames. The firefighters tried their best, but the fire spared nothing. My house burned down completely, and with it, the document I needed to make my journey. My dream was gone before it began. That day marked the turning point in my life. I lost everything, my home, my savings, my hope. I couldn't go back to work because I had resigned to pursue that dream. I had to start from scratch in a world that offered no mercy. Unemployment was high, opportunities were scarce, but I refused to give up. Through prayer and persistence, I found another job. Slowly, I began to rebuild my life. I saved enough to buy a small piece of land. For the first time in years, I saw light at the end of the tunnel. But just as I was about to start building, tragedy struck again. My only son was hit by a reckless taxi driver who didn't even stop. He was rushed to the hospital, and the doctors told me his spinal cord was damaged. They said surgery could save him, but it would cost 100,000 cedis. I didn't hesitate. I used every coin I had saved, the money meant to rebuild my home, to save my son's life. By the grace of God, the surgery was successful. My son lived. But the hardships didn't end there. I couldn't afford his school fees. My friend, who had sheltered us, turned away after his family called me bad luck. My wife and son had to return to her father's house. I was left alone, broken, homeless, and hopeless. I wandered the streets, working odd jobs, sleeping wherever I could, trying to send money to my family. My faith began to fade. I turned to alcohol, gambling, and drugs, searching for peace in all the wrong places. But none of it healed the pain inside me. One day, I met an imam who saw my struggle. He sat me down and said, "My brother, redemption begins with faith. Pray. Let go of your bad habits. Replace them with good ones. Trust the process." I took his advice. I began to pray again, to discipline myself, to believe. And little by little, things began to change. Months passed. Then years. I found a better job. I rebuilt my life. I built another house, not just of bricks, but of faith, discipline, and gratitude. And when I called my wife and son back, they returned. We were a family again. My friends, I share this story not for pity, but for purpose. Life will test you. It will break you. It will take everything you have. But if you hold on, if you pray, if you believe, if you rise again, you will find redemption. Because no fire can burn a determined spirit. No fall can defeat a faithful heart. And no storm can stop the one who refuses to give up.